Hey guys, John here, Motor T Scale Models. So we're going to take a look at what I'm going to work on next, and I think I'm going to do a kit bashing. I've got this AMT Pontiac GTO. I've got two of these kits, so this is a 67 Pontiac GTO. I've built one of these once before, but I got a couple of these kits, and I think I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to kit bash it with the tried and true AMT 1966 Chevy Nova Pro Street. Okay, so I've got several of these kits. I could get these back a few months ago pretty reasonable, so I bought several of them. The chassis on this, it makes really good for the drag version, so I think I'm going to do a Pro Street, and I'm going to use these two kits to do this up. So I'm not going to do an unboxing on this, but there's several different things that that I can use, and I've already opened these up, so I know this will semi work. There's a little bit of modifications that I'm going to have to do, which isn't a big deal, but this is the chassis, the body. This is the body of the GTO with the interior tub of the GTO and the lower chassis of the 66 Chevy Nova Pro Street. So it fits in there fairly good. The one area that I see that we're going to have some problems with is going to be right up in here. I'll have to do a little bit of trimming here to get this thing to set in there a little bit the way I want it. And it looks like, as you can see here, I may have to trim these things right here off, or maybe I may cut out here, just see if I can get that slide back just a little bit. And if not, I'll probably trim this wheel well out maybe. We'll work and see. Not sure which motor I'm going to go with, whether I'm going to do the Pontiac motor, which I highly doubt. I'll probably go with the Chevy motor in it. So it'll be a Pontiac with a Chevy motor, yada yada yada. So may have to do a little bit more trim work, because this thing has, as you can see, it has these things right here in there, and I'll probably trim that out because I don't think that'll look very good with that in there. So I guess maybe you have something that screws up in there. I don't know. The lower assembly of the Pontiac really, I mean, it's got these little tabs right here that go up in there, as you can see, but that's it. And that really doesn't look like it. There it goes. So I'll probably remove those, and this up here really doesn't do anything, so I may just fill this with some putty, and then I don't know, I'll take a look at that and see. I may end up using maybe the radiator parts and stuff out of this. I just have to kind of take a look and see. So this will be a fun kit. I'm going to look forward to getting into it and doing some modifications on it, getting it all to kind of work and fit together, and see how it's going to work out. But I thought about using the interior tub on the Nova because it's got the rear seat delete in it, but I'm thinking, you know, this is going to be a car that a guy can just drive down the road and you know, challenge people. It's got a little bit of a beefed up suspension under it, but it's going to be it's kind of like it says, a Pro Street. So it'll have a back seat in it. It's not that big a deal. But that's the plan we're going to go with. Hopefully we can finish it out. If not, we're going to continue working on the GTO and build it up however we can. But I'm really looking forward to maybe trying to do the mod. You know, if anything, another thought that I had is I'll cut these tubs out of this, cut these out, and maybe put those over onto this one. It might fit up there a little bit better, but we'll see. I think everything looks like it lines up fairly good. But we'll see. Anyway, alright guys, we'll check you. Alright guys, so we've got the GTO body, as you can see, and I've mocked up the Nova what am I trying to say here, the under assembly. We had to do a little bit of adjustment right here. As you might be able to see, we had to cut out just a little bit right there in order for this thing to slide back enough that the wheels will set pretty much center inside of the rear wheel wells. Also had to trim back a little bit of the fenders here. They curled in just too much and was almost touching the tires. Same thing on this side. Everything looks like it's going to marry up really, really well. I am going to have to remove this right here. I don't like it, so I'm going to have to remove it. It just doesn't. It's not going to look good. But the beauty about it is the cross member for the Nova will fit right in there and will bolt right up. So we're doing pretty good. I have to do some body work back here. I don't know if you can see or not, but there's a couple little divots, and that's from these things right here. Now, the question I'm going to have for myself is, do I leave these things in, or do I trim them off and then maybe take and trim this section right here of this part of the Pontiac, or the GTO subassembly, and be able to basically glue it in just to finish it out, which I may do that. We're just going to have to take a look and see, but that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm going to be able to use the interior for the Nova. It'll fit up in there. I'll put the side panels in, but I think she's going to turn out really well. What little bit of mocking up I've got done, I think it's going to work. I'm going to use the Chevy motor. We got the headers. We've got the A-frame assembly for the Nova. So we're going to jump on this and continue on, and we'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so I got the paint laid down, and I've got the glass in. I got it kind of taped up a little bit there, but I don't think it turned out too bad for right now. So this is the color we're going with. Got the clear coat on it. I think it's looking pretty good so far. So we'll set that to the side. I've got the interior done up. So we're working to finish that up. It's almost done. We got the motor inside of the vehicle. Got the drive shaft, and I went ahead and put the shocks in. You can barely see them in there. Lettering on the wheels, and I decided to kind of go rogue on this one, but I went with the flat black front grille. I'll go in there and I'll chrome out those headlights. I'll dress them up to where they have the right color and stuff on them. But I thought, man, that black would look awesome on the front of that GTO, kind of blacked out street racer type thing. So I think she's coming along pretty good. I blacked out the rear lights that go in here. I got them all decked out, so I think it's going to look out pretty good. We're going to finish it up and get her going pretty good. I got the hood. I had to open up the hood opening just a little bit more than it came with it, but that's okay. She'll now set down in there pretty good. It's going to be tight. It is so close to being perfectly lined up that we're going to go with it and make some adjustments as we go. But I think we're doing pretty good. So we will see you guys shortly. Hey guys, John here, Motor T Scale Models. So we finished up on the GTO Pro Street. This is where I used the, I believe it's the 67 or the 60, yeah, the 1966 Chevy chassis. And I went ahead and used the motor as well as the interior tub. And only thing really I used from the GTO is the body, the window glass, the front bumper, and the rear bumper. Everything else is pretty much the Chevy. So I think it turned out pretty good. It wasn't a perfect match by any means. I had to do a little bit of work to it, trim out on the wheel wells just a little bit, had to trim out the hood scoop hole there a little bit also, but it didn't turn out too bad. As you can see, the interior tub is not a perfect match here, but looking at it from the side, it really doesn't look too bad at all. For a AMT Erdl kit, I thought this would be a pretty good little project to do. I mean, they're not the best kits in the world, but I think this turned out pretty good. So as far as everything going together, I think it went together pretty good. I didn't really have a whole lot of issues other than what we talked about before. The Nova chassis was a little bit shorter than the GTO, which caused the rear wheels, if you got the front wheels centered, the rear wheels were a little bit forward. But as far as putting it together, I think it turned out really, really well. I decided to go with the, if I can get it lifted up here, I decided to go with the blacked out front grille. I thought that would look pretty good with this green color. Same with on the rear bumper. So I used the pipes from the 66 Nova. The one issue I did come up with, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but this front bumper, or the front grille, really did not marry up too well inside of this Pontiac body. But I think that's just it is just the way it is. So the interior of the engine area was not a perfect match either. So the hood here would set down a little bit deeper. When I put it on, it set down the back a little deeper. So I added some heater hoses to kind of basically just get the hood a little bit more level. So anyway, I really like it. I used flat black on the front grille and the rear grille. I think it turned out pretty good. The paint was just a the paint is just a small bottle This right here, a little small bottle of Testors paint. This is the gold, but I had a green bottle. I used it, then I hit it with some clear, and that's where we're at. So let me know what you think on the interior of the body, or the interior tub. I painted it with a aluminum color, kind of, you know, show that maybe it was all metal worked on the inside, and then the seats were black. So I didn't want to do any chrome. I wanted to leave it all kind of green. Only chrome I really put on it was the door handles and the windshield wiper blades. So anyway, I had a great time building this kit. I took my time on it. There was some, I got something right there on it, but like I said, it went together really good considering that I used two different kits. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody use the Nova. I'm sure they probably have. I just haven't seen them use the Nova Super Sport. I'm sorry, the Nova Pro Street chassis on a GTO. So anyway, let me know what you think. If you like what you see, I appreciate it. Give me a comment. If you're new to my channel, thank you very much for coming and checking it out. If you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the share button, so that other people might be able to see the videos, and maybe they can give me their comments also. Subscribe if you want to see future builds coming up. If you are already a member, thank you very much. I said every video, man, you guys inspire me on your videos to jump out here and do a little bit different kits. Trying to keep up with what you guys are doing is really hard. You guys are some really good builders out there. But anyway, let me know what you think, and I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next video.